Welcome to this 30-minute HIIT workout. These workouts are brought to you on behalf of the Exercise Lounge in Banbury. So what we're going to be doing is we'll have a quick accelerated warm-up and we'll save some time at the end for our cool down. There are short little breaks and that's where the high intensity intervals come from. We'll be working for 1 minute blocks, but those 1 minutes are broken into two 30-second exercises and then a super quick break in the middle before we hit our next block. So there'll be lots of peaks of heart rate, body weight strength-based exercises even, and bits of heart rate raiser exercises as well. So we're going to begin with a jog on the spot. Here we go. Let's begin. So jogging on the spot, just lightly on your toes. You can pick up your knees if you wish to, or just march on the spot if you're taking a lower intensity version. So we're light on the toes, bending into the ankles, bending into the knees as you jog. And then we're going to start to take it into a slightly higher knee version. So picking up the knees a little bit further. So the legs have further to travel. Knees come up, feet come down as you pick the knees up a little further. Good. And then from this high knee version, we're going to make it quicker. So start to almost consider sprinting. And as you sprint, perhaps you start to come lower as well. So we're bringing everything into a lower position. Shoulders are lower, feet are picking up a little higher, knees are coming a little higher. Perfect, well done. And then we're going to start to add sprint into a squat. Quick sprint, squat. Quick sprint, squat. You've got it, well done. So the feet are coming in the middle and then out and low. In through the middle, out. Good, well done. Now we're going to come into the middle and out wide. So slow, land lightly, narrow squat, wide squat. Add some arms, wide, narrow, wide, and narrow. Perfect. Couple more here. Nice. All right, now we're going to do a slow burpee. So for that, we squat down, hands down, walk out, press up on the knees or on the toes, walk back in, stand. And again, slow, hands down, walk out, press up on the knees or the toes, walk in, stand. If you're ready to speed up, quicker through your squat, hop back for your press up, push it out here, hop forwards, and stand. One more. Squat, plank, press up, back to your plank, squat, and stand. Well done. All right, now we're going to stay down this time for press-ups on their own. So knees or toes, 5, 4, 3, and 2, one more, and up we come. Hop yourself back up to standing. We've got just over a minute of our warm-up left, so we're going to come back to our jog. Again, we start lightly. By now, hopefully starting to get a little warmer. Notice my heart rate is starting to lift. Breathing getting quicker. Come back to your high knees, lifting them up a touch. Still landing lightly on the floor as the knees begin to lift higher. Then we come again to our sprint, working quicker with the high knees. Coming a little lower, shoulders drop, hips start to come back as you pull the knees up in towards your chest. And then for the last time, we sprint on the spot, hop out to a squat, sprint on the spot, hop. Good, well done, 30 seconds to go. Hop, nice, hop, good. And remember how we finished this. We came in narrow, wide, narrow, wide. Start to add your arms in through the middle, out, good. In and out. 10 seconds to go. Wide, narrow. Give me just 2 more, then we'll grab a quick drink. Well done. Quick drink break, shake off the legs, we get ready for our first exercise. Oh, we've lost Emma. Okay, so exercise number 1. I'll show you this on an angle. We're going to do 1 squat, 1 deadlift, touch the knees. So sit the hips back for 1 squat, and then the hips back for the knee touch. Sit back, squat, knee touch. Good, let's go. 30 seconds of these. So the shoulders move up and down, and then forwards and backwards. Sit low, hips back. Well done. We're halfway through this block. Our next exercise is hopping from a plank to a squat, similar to what we did in our warm-up. So in 3, 2, 1, we come to our plank, then either hop to the squat or walk it forward. So you either step Lift the hands, step, or hop, lift, hop, back. Good, last few seconds. 10 to go, and then we take a quick 10-second breather. That's it, nice, hop forwards, hop back, lift. We've got 5, 4, then 3, 2, 1. Shake it off, well done. Right, we're onto our mat for Russian twists. So, sit on your bum. You can have your feet on the ground or floating off, but you're going to twist side to side, left to right. So either the feet are on the ground or the feet are elevated, it's a little bit more challenging. Left to right. 20 seconds to go. Think about rotating in the direction that you're looking, drawing shoulder and elbow behind you. 10 seconds to go, and then we move into a sprinter crunch. So from a tabletop, you'll lift one leg, rotate, and swap. Lift. So it's like a bicycle crunch, but a little bit more energetic. Ready to swap. Lift, rotate, like you would a bicycle. Lift, rotate. Bicycle crunch is a suitable alternative for you if you wish to have that instead. Otherwise, sprinter crunch. Sitting up, then rotating. 10 seconds to go. Nearly there. Lift. Good, well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Rock yourself up. Okay, so we've got a slow switch climber. So from a plank position, you're going to step 1 foot forward, step it back and alternate. So take the time to let your hips lower. Ready when you are. Slow switch climber. Big step forward, hips lower, knee comes ahead of you. So we're using leg strength, shoulder strength, and a little quick hip opener. From here, in 10 seconds, we've got mountain climbers. So we're going to keep the hands where they are, continue with the shoulder strength, but pop the knees in the direction of your elbows. So from plank, here we go, let's change. Mountain climbers. Your speed, if you want to go slower, single legs, you can. If you want to go faster, you're light on your toes, bring your knees between your arms. Less than 20 seconds to go. That will also be round 1 done. We'll start those 6 exercises again with a little breather. Nearly there. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Stand up, shake it out, have a drink. 25 seconds to catch your breath. So we've got those 3 1-minute blocks with 2 exercises in each from the beginning. So we work leg strength, core, and then integrate the upper body with your plank. When you hear the bell, it'll be our 10-second warning to get ready for our squat and deadlift combination. Okay, so shake off the arms, 1 squat, 1 deadlift. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Sit back into your chair, push the hips back behind you. 1 sit back, 1 push back. Good. So use your own natural, comfortable depth. If you can, send the hips low for your squat, but keep the chest up. Softness at the knees, so that they're not completely rigid. A little bit of a bend. Less than 10 seconds, and we've got our plank to squat thrusters. Remember, you can hop or step. 3, 2, 1. So from your plank, you either hop, lift your hands and hop back, or step, lift your hands and step back. Your choice, less than 20 seconds to go. For your plank, keep the body firm so the hips don't dip down. Hop forwards and backwards, 10 seconds. Nearly there. Nice, well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Come to your mat. We've got our Russian twist next. So feet on the ground or elevated, rotating side to side. 3, 2, 1, twist. So look over your shoulder. Let the shoulder and the elbow help you to rotate. Hips stay fairly square. They're on the ground. They're not moving. But through the trunk, the torso, and up through the shoulders, moving. Halfway. Looking good. So bicycle crunch or sprinter crunch coming up higher as our next exercise. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So 1 arm, 1 leg. You bring the elbow to the knee. You either lift up fully or bicycle crunch. Keep the lower back on the ground. Up, twist, lie down, up and twist. Good. And if you can manage a smile at the same time, even better. 15 seconds to go. Up, twist. Good, nearly there. Plank sequence next. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Swap it around. So slow switch climber first, or if you're ready to pick up speed, you're going to hop the legs forwards and backwards. Start from your plank and either take a big step, one at a time, or switch them, taking time to pause in the middle, depending on how much or how little you want your neighbors to hear you underneath. So a slow switch, hop or step, halfway through. Mountain climbers next, using the core again, firing up the torso, using the straight to bent knee switch. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So from your plank, knees pulling between your elbows. Fast or slow, your choice. Try and have the hips in line with your shoulders so that your shins feel like they're just brushing the floor, so that you don't come up too high and look like a trotting pony. Just over 10 seconds to go. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We've got this. Come on, core. So close. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Stand up. Shake it out. Have a drink. Keep moving if you can. So, block 1, done. Those exercises are now finished. So block 2, same thing, 3 minutes, broken up into 2 30-second exercises, 10 seconds rest between. All right, first exercise for block 2 is a squat pulse. Feet wider than hips if you can, turn the toes out. As you bend, knees wide, stay low. Ready, set, let's go. Squat and pulse, stay here. Now aim to keep the chest up, use your glutes to try and squeeze your knees wide. So like you're bringing your pelvis between your knees, you're pushing your knees backwards. Good, 20 seconds to go. Stay in the bottom range. If you need to, come up, have a little rest, and then come back down. 10 seconds to go. Our next exercise is squat jacks, like we did in our warm-up. You can do this, one arm, one leg if you need to. 3, 2, 1. So, narrow, wide, narrow, wide. Single time, looks like this. So you walk to a wider squat, left and right, or if you can, both together. Good. Knees stay bent. Narrow squat, wide squat, narrow squat. Good. 10 seconds to go. This is nice. We've loaded up the legs nicely for the pulses, and now we've added the jumps. We've got 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Back to your mat, plank with a shoulder tap. On the toes if you can, on the knees if you need to. We're going to alternate arms to the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Tap the shoulder, tap the opposite shoulder. Have your feet a little wider than hip distance to help with stability, so we're not letting the hips rock side to side. Super strong core to stabilize your hips. Good, well done, just over 10 seconds to go. From here, we're going to push back into a squat, walk out into our plank, and walk back to our squat. 3, 2, 1. So feet stay where they are, bend the knees, walk back, stand, walk yourself back down, and out to your plank. Pause to let the hips level, then walk back, stand, sit back, walk. Good, well done, long body. Quick little steps with the hands, stand, squeeze, 10 seconds to go. Really nice. We're going to flip it around and lie on our back for this final block. 3, 2, 1. So, quickly come onto your back, feet hip distance apart, and we're going to take a pulse up and down into bridge. Lift and lower. Here we go. Hands by your side, squeeze. So there's a little gap between your ankles, a little gap between your knees. Use your inner thighs to maintain that gap. Our next exercise is a frog pulse. Similar position for the upper body, but we'll reposition our feet and our knees. 10 seconds to go. So what we're going to do is bring the hips down, the soles of the feet together, And then we're going to stay in the upper range. So hips down, soles of the feet together. You notice the knees go wider and then stay up as you squeeze. Frog pump. So the hips stay higher this time. Knees wider. We're bringing the pelvis through the knees. Squeezing. Fantastic glute exercise for this one. You're halfway. Take a rest when you need to. Come back to it when you can. You'll feel an awesome bit of fire around the back and the sides of the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands behind the knees, roll yourself up to standing. Take a little walk, shake it off, drink and breathe. Well done. So the good news is we are now halfway through the entire workout. We've got another round of block 2 and then block 3 to come. So quick drink. We start with our standing section, the squat pulses, staying low. And that begins in 10 seconds. Then we add the squat jacks with the arms, staying low. Before our little work for plank, and then the glutes and bridge. Right, so let's bring the feet wide, sit down, squat pulse. Hold it here, stay low. Hands can go wherever it helps you for balance. I tend to put mine in front of the chest. Just enough that it doesn't interfere with your stability. Shoulders are back, the chest is up. So you're not leaning into this one. Stay up nice and tall. Good. Think about tailbone reaching down towards the ground. In 10 seconds, we add our squat jacks. So 1 narrow squat, 1 wide. Hop between the two if you can. Walk if you need to. Here we go. Narrow, wide. Narrow, wide. Awesome. Add the arms. So we keep the knees relatively bent throughout this one. They don't really get a chance to come too straight. Good, well done, halfway. Should be getting a sweet little bend through the legs now. Narrow, wide, 10 seconds. Yeah, you've got this. So we've got our plank shoulder tap next. In 3, 2, 1, to your mat. Here we are. Long line through the body, set a firm plank. Feet a little wider, lengthen the tailbone, and then tap your shoulders. Opposite hand to shoulder for 30 seconds. Tap with a little pause, lay it back down. Just enough so you can feel those lovely firm muscles around the shoulder joint. Tap, set down, good. Tap, set down. Over 10 seconds done. So our next exercise, we're going to walk our hands back to a squat, stand up tall, squat back down, and walk back to our plank. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, hips bend, stand, squeeze. Bend the knees, walk it out. Set your plank, let the hips find your shoulder level. Push back, stand. 20 seconds to go. If you're feeling good, walk it quicker with your hands. So we add more movement. Squat, walk, squat, and stand. Good. Less than 10. Walk, walk, walk. Up. 3, 2, 1. Onto your mat for your hip bridges. So, knees bend, hips and heels close together. Flatten your lower back against the mat, hands by your sides, and lift. 1 up, 1 down. Think about aiming to have your hips as the highest point. When your glutes squeeze and lift, bring them up towards the ceiling. Lift. Micro pause at the top. Let the muscles catch, and then lower. Halfway through. So in 10 seconds time, let the hips come all the way down, soles of the feet together, and then we're going to pump in the top range. 3, 2, 1. Feet together, knees wide, lift, and stay up this time. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good, so your stability comes from the feet pushing together, knees wide then. If you need to readjust, you can. Stay high, squeeze, don't forget to breathe. You're over halfway, 10 seconds to go. Enjoy that burn. It means the muscles are working. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Hands behind the knees. Rock yourself up to standing. Take a little walk around. Shake off the legs. Please make sure you have a drink. So the good news is we're into our 3rd block. 2 rounds of this, and then we can cool down and stretch. So we're going to start with a little bit of work in lunge. We're going to alternate from a squat position. 1 leg steps back for lunge, swap, other leg steps back. So we just alternate left and right. 10 seconds to go. 30 seconds work with that, and then we'll do a high knee sprint or high knee march if you need to. Ready for your lunges. Alternate left and right, let's go. Lunge, step back, come through the middle, lunge, step back. Good, nice. Now keep the knees soft here, big bend, and then coming upright, a little bit of softness. Step back, good. Again, hands wherever works for balance, whatever helps you to stay upright. When you lunge, try and keep your feet hip distance apart so we're not crossing and interfering with stability. 5 seconds to go. We've got high knee sprint or high knee march. 3, 2, 1. So if you can, upright, pump the knees, lift, lift, lift. March if you need to, but get the knees up nice and high. 20 seconds to go. That's it, good, well done. Push, 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 push. Excellent, excellent. So our next exercise is just a plank hold. One side on the left and then onto the right. So we're going to flip halfway in between. Forearm plank. 3, 2, 1. So down we come. Now if you need to, you can bend your bottom leg. If you can, straighten both of them. Shoulders over your elbow. You lift the hips and just hold 30 seconds. Your top hand can be on the ground for balance, on your hip, or reaching up towards the sky. Try and have both shoulders one on top of each other and both hips one on top of each other, so you're not rolling forwards or backwards. Take a big reach. Good. We're halfway. See if you can get the hips a fraction higher so they come in line with the shoulders. Naturally they'll want to sink. You'll be working the muscles in the waist the higher you lift your hips. Right, we're going to swap sides in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quick rotation. Popping your opposite elbow down, reaching up high. Same thing, hips lift. Shoulders one on top of each other, hips one on top of each other. The bottom leg can be bent for extra support or straight. Coming up to halfway. Push the ground away with your shoulder. Lift high with your fingertips, a little higher with the hips if you can. Don't forget to breathe. You're getting closer, I promise. 5 seconds left. Hold, hold, hold. Ready, set, and relax. Perfect, well done. Okay, last couple of exercises. So, this one is called touch the floor. You're going to alternate as you skip one leg away, tapping with the opposite hand. If you need to, step and tap. If you can, skip. Stay low. Send your hips behind you to use your glutes. Lightly tap the floor with your hands. This one doesn't make a lot of noise anyway, if I'm honest, because you just skip the legs side to side. Good, 10 seconds to go. Looking awesome, keep pushing, keep pushing. Nearly there. Okay, so our next exercise is lying on your plank position. We'll lower all the way down. So here, plank, slowly lower. Lift everything, back to your plank, slowly push up. Come down, slowly lower. Lift all your limbs, put them back down, push away. Good. Slowly lower. Lift everything, put them back down, and up. Do you know that game, the floor is lava? Just your belly on the ground. Hands back, push. 5 seconds to go. Lower, lift, lower, push. Well done. So, first round of block 3 out the way. Breathe, drink, keep moving if you can. So the good news is now, one last round, 3 1-minute exercises, or 1-minute blocks, shall I say, broken into 30 seconds of each. Shake off the legs. We start with our backward stepping lunge, alternating left and right. 10 seconds before we go. Then we've got our high knee sprint, and then our forearm planks. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Alternate backward lunge. Down we go, and up. If you feel like you need a little bit more fire, squat in between, lunge, squat, and lunge. Good. Otherwise, you just keep a bit of softness in the knees. You're a bit more upright before you lunge deep. Left and right, swap the legs. Good. Just over 10 seconds to go. High knee sprint in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. High knee sprint or high knee march. Let's go. This is where the heart rate gets up. The faster you move your legs, the more the blood's pumping around the body, the faster your heart beats, the more calories you burn. How many more reasons do you need? Let's go. 15 seconds. That means we're halfway. Lift the knees up. Perhaps you even take your shoulders back to allow more space for your knees to come up. Less than 10. Yeah. You've got this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Good. Forearm plank. Come down to the ground when you're ready. Remember, you can bend your bottom leg for additional support or straighten it. Up we go. For the last round, if you want more, pulse the hips up. So we bring them shoulder height and higher. Lift, lift. So plank on its own. Awesome for the legs, the core, and the upper body. Plank with a pulse adds a bit more to the waist. Good, keep lifting. In 10 seconds, we change sides. So we're just going to roll elegantly from one shoulder to the other. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll around, change sides. Now if you pulsed on one side, pulse on the other. Give the body a fair workout, left and right. Top hand the same as where it was on the other side. Hips, shoulder height, and higher if you can. Pulse, lift, squeeze. Halfway, 15 seconds to go. You can do this. Well done, well done. Lift, lift, lift. Try and squeeze. You'll feel the bottom waist muscles working to pick you up. So close. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Fantastic. Shake it off, shake it off. So touch the floor with a skip or the walk left to right. And then our plank, lifting everything off, coming back, push up. Here we go. Touch the floor. 30 seconds. Left to right. Nice. Now see how low my shoulders are staying. I'm not coming upright. The lower you go, the more you send your hips back, the more your glutes are working, and the more you load your legs. So if you can, stay low, look just ahead of you. You've got 10 seconds to go. Then we'll come to our plank, lower down gently, lift everything up off the floor apart from the tummy, push your way back to plank. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Plank, lower down, lift the limbs, bring them back, push away. And again, lower, lift, push away. Awesome, 20 seconds. Lower, lift, push away. Yes. And again, 10 seconds now. Take a nice big squeeze. Use the muscles through the back of the body as you lift. Squeeze. One more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Coming upright. Grab your water bottle. Keep moving. Have a sip. Gently walk it out. All right, time to cool down. We're just going to march on the spot. And then swing your arms forwards and backwards as you march. Loosen off the shoulders, especially from those plank exercises. Nice, big reach, forward and back. And then swing across the chest behind. Swap your top arm each time as you march. Big swings, big reach. Lovely big breaths. Good, well done. One more each side. Left over right, right over left. Excellent. Standing with your feet hip distance apart. Shoulder roll backwards. 1 and 2 and 3. Take a big reach up overhead. Reaching tall, extend your fingertips as high as you can. Lift the chest. Little lean to one side. Upright. Little lean to the other side. Upright. Good. Arms forward. Tuck your chin. Stretch the muscles through the back of the body. So I'm scooping my hips underneath me, broadening my upper back as I reach my knuckles forward. And then swap it round. Take the hands behind you. Lift the chin, lift the chest, extend your knuckles. You can send your chest forward for this one as you roll your shoulders back, lifting your chin, stretching through the front of the body. Nice. Tricep stretch. Up and over with one arm. High elbow, support your stretch. If you prefer, you can push from below or reach from above. Perfect. Change sides. Other elbow, high, lifted. Stretch the back of the arms. Little muscles, but they are strong. Nicely done. All right, wide arm, thumbs up. Reach behind you. We've got another quick chest stretch, but then we turn our thumbs down and see if you can push further back behind you. The hands may lower as the thumbs start to pull together. So this should just target a little bit into the biceps, the front of the arms. Good. Shake it out. Use something for balance if you need to. One heel towards your hips. Squeeze your knees together, hips forward, stretching the front of the thigh. So if you can, watch out for the knees drifting wide. Try and glue them together, but you can take your elevated leg further back behind you to deepen your stretch. Change legs. Quick swap. Knees together. Hips back, hips forward, sorry, knee back if you need to. Soften your standing leg. Good, nice, well done. Take this leg now, step it in front of you. As you bend your back knee, send your hips away. So we've got a hamstring stretch for the back leg. You can lift your toes up or place them on the floor, but it's the hip angle I'm looking for, tilting the hips upwards to get into the back of the leg. Swap it round. So again, foot elevated or foot flat, tilting your hips up behind you to get into your hamstring stretch, supporting your weight lightly over your back leg. And then we've got a quick glute stretch to finish with. So again, if you need something to hold on to for balance, you can. You're going to sit back like you've got a cross knee position. Sit back here, knee wide, hips down, chest down to target the muscles here around the hips. Again, if you need something to hold on to for balance, do.
Activity completed.
Then we'll change the legs around, opposite ankle over the knee. Send that knee wide, sit yourself down, hold, feel the stretch around the muscles here in the hip. Good stuff. And when you're ready, we'll step nice and wide. We're going to take a breath out, sweep the fingertips down, breathe in, reach up. One more, breathe out, sweep down. Breathe in, reach up. Give yourself a round of applause. Well done. Fantastic. So this video is going to be saved to YouTube. You can repeat it whenever you need to. Please make sure that you drink lots for the rest of the day. If any muscles are feeling stiff, give them an additional stretch out. Any exercises that might be unfamiliar can just target a little bit more stiffness in the muscles. But otherwise, great job. Well done. You did awesome.